Let's start with Dumbledore. Now, I love this guy, but his first move is a doozy. He decides to leave the most famous baby in the wizarding world on a doorstep, in the middle of the night, in a non-magical neighborhood, with a single note. A note. Dear Dursleys, please raise your nephew. P.S. Don't worry about the scar, it's totally normal. It's just a little piece of Voldemort. Have fun.
Can you hear me?
Harry discovers he can talk to snakes, and his reaction is basically the same as when he finds out he gets a free meal at school. He's at the zoo, he's talking to a snake, and then he frees it? Professor Dumbledore, how many owls should we send with letters for Harry?
Everyone!
After the male apocalypse, Vernon's master plan is to flee to a tiny freezing shack on a single rock in the middle of the ocean. I guess when a wizard wants to find you, a bit of salty water is the ultimate defense. Finally, Dumbledore decides to send Hagrid to save Harry from the Dursleys, and whoa, who the f*** is this guy? I guess the director loves the Looney Tunes too much, because he decided to leave this scene in the movie. Harry and Hagrid discuss about magic and dragons in front of a muggle, like it's a casual football chit-chat.
Bless my soul. It's Harry Potter.
Why exactly is Harry famous? Everyone in the magical world treats Harry like he's the second coming of Merlin. But let's be real, the kid's biggest accomplishment at this point was surviving an attack from Voldemort. Harry didn't cast a counter curse or outsmart him. He basically just existed in the right place at the right time. Hagrid's mission to get the Philosopher's Stone, it's a masterclass in covert operations. He's so secretive about it, he walks into Gringotts, announces he's on Hogwarts business, and then he hands a top secret letter to the goblin. Are we sure we should trust these goblins? Next up, Dumbledore's lesson on humility, which is apparently best taught by letting an orphan child live in a cupboard. Harry spent his entire life in a house that hates him, wearing his cousin's clothes, only to find out he's sitting on a mountain of gold. Thanks for the tough love, Dumbledore. I guess growing up in a poverty when you're a billionaire really builds character.
Give it a wave.
This guy's entire business model is based on giving a powerful magic stick to an 11-year-old and telling him to try it out in a tiny crowded store full of flammable magical objects. After giving Harry a grand total of 0 instructions, Hagrid dumps him at a massive train station with a ticket that says platform 9 3/4 and then just leaves? He doesn't tell him it's a secret wall or give him any instructions. It's a miracle Harry didn't end up on the evening news for trying to run headfirst into a brick wall in a crowded train station. Honestly, his first real test wasn't the sorting hat. He was surviving a trip with Hagrid.
Every year, packed with muggles, of course. Come on.
If the Weasleys hadn't been there, Harry's first year at Hogwarts would have ended before it began. He'd have done what any logical person would do and tried to find platform 9 and 10, then stood there for hours before a bored police officer finally arrested him for loitering, with a very suspicious owl. The greatest magical secret, however, it's less about hiding the platforms and more about the fact that muggles are too distracted by their own lives to notice a dozen wizards disappearing into a wall right next to them.
And I'm Malfoy. Draco Malfoy.
Next up, Malfoy gives us a masterclass in how not to make a friend. He walks right up to Harry and the first thing he does is insult Ron and being obnoxious to everyone. His entire friendship pitch is basically, I just finished insulting you and your friends, but you and I could be a powerful duo. Dumbledore's idea of a safe dining environment is to hang thousands of open flames over the heads of hundreds of children wearing flammable robes. Honestly, the scariest thing about Hogwarts isn't Voldemort or giant spiders, it's the fact that one day Dumbledore will burn the entire school.
Third floor corridor on the right-hand side is out of bounds to everyone who does not wish to die a most painful death.
Is this the best way to tell these kids about the third floor? Couldn't he just say that it's in renovations or something? Or I don't know, maybe lock the doors so that no one can get there. Okay guys, forget common sense or fire safety. Let's build a magical school where the stairs just decide where to go whenever they want. Was the architect paid by the hour or did he just get a kick out of making everyone's life harder? It's a miracle anyone ever shows up on class in time. What exactly is Harry writing here? Snape didn't explain anything, so is that just some random shit he's writing?
Well, let's try again. Where, Mr. Potter, would you look if I asked you to find me a bezoar?
Snape decides to ask some random questions to a bunch of first-year kids and expects them to know the answers?
Turn this water into rum.
What exactly is Seamus' plan here? He wants to turn water in rum and then drink it? Thanks God Hagrid didn't tell Harry anything about the secret thing in the vault, or Harry would be able to connect the failed robbery to whatever it was in the vault. Oh, Wait,
I see a single broom in the air. The one riding it will find themselves out of Hogwarts before they can say Quidditch.
what does Harry do the second she turns her back? He gets on a broom. He risks his entire magical career and future at Hogwarts not to save someone from a giant monster, but to chase a schoolyard bully for a glowing ball.
What an idiot.
Despite Dumbledore warning the kids about the painful death they will face on the third floor, the three Dumbmigos eventually find themselves on the third floor. Instead of running back where they came from, they see Mrs. Norris and get so scared they run directly into a room with a giant three-headed dog. Their entire adventure into the hearts of Hogwarts' biggest secret was a direct result of being more afraid of a cat than of a painful death. Honestly, Mrs. Norris is the true keeper of the Philosopher's Stone.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. She's a nightmare.
Why is this dumbass rude with Hermione after spending all this time with her? Instead of running away from danger, they decide to run towards the danger. And yes, I know they want to save Hermione, but couldn't they just tell one of the teachers about Hermione so they can help her?
I read about them and thought I could handle it. But I was wrong.
Why exactly is Hermione lying here? It's not her fault she was in the bathroom crying when the troll decided to break loose from the dungeons.
5 points will be taken from Gryffindor. 5 points will be awarded to each of you.
This point system seems so random and bullshit. Can any teacher decide the amount of points one can get? What if the head of another house disagrees with the amounts of points? What happens then? Who the f*** left this mirror here and why? There's nothing else in this room, just a mirror.
That is why tomorrow it will be moved to a new home.
It's almost like Dumbledore can see the future, because the next place where he puts the mirror is the room with the stone, so that Harry can find it.
That's what Fluffy's guarding on the third floor. That's what's under the trapdoor.
And that's exactly where we're gonna go, because we have zero survival instincts.
Ain't no one gonna get past Fluffy. Ain't a soul knows how, except for me and Dumbledore. I shouldn't have told you that. I should not have told you that.
At this point, I'm pretty sure Hagrid's idea of a secret is just telling everyone everything with a look of extreme guilt on his face. Malfoy tattles on Harry and the others for being out of bed after hours. McGonagall's brilliant solution? She gives them detention. In the forest, at night. I guess she's gonna chuckle herself to sleep tonight, thinking about the kids in the dangerous forest.
The forest? I thought that was a joke.
Ron, Hermione, you'll come with me. And Harry, you'll go with Malfoy.
Why this dumbass decides to split up? Are we sure these teachers at Hogwarts don't hate these kids? Kid with survival instinct runs away in the face of danger. Dumbass with zero survival instinct stands there looking at the scary thing.
Take Fluffy, for example. Just play him a bit of music and he falls straight asleep.
We find out that Hagrid, the man entrusted with guarding a priceless magical artifact, casually told a random stranger how to get past the giant three-headed dog. A fucking random stranger. At this point, I'm pretty sure Dumbledore's security plan was, well, I hope Hagrid doesn't talk to anybody.
I'm afraid Professor Dumbledore is not here.
After a whole year of a villain living under his nose, Dumbledore decides that the perfect time to leave the school is when the villain is finally going to make his move. He just casually says he's off on a trip, leaving the fate of a magical artifact to a series of flimsy traps that a bunch of first year could solve.
Go down the trapdoor. Tonight.
Of course you kids will go to find the stone. I guess nothing bad can happen to you.
Petrificus totalis.
Holy fuck, Hermione almost kills Neville here. I never understood Ron's plan here. Why is he sitting on the horse? I get the other pieces are missing, so someone needs to fill the space, but there is a horse there. So why is Ron on the horse again?
Come here, Potter! Now!
Why the f do you go towards him? Dude, just run. Why are you standing there? I guess we were not ready for the Avada Kedavra in this movie, because the only way for Quirrell to stop him is to jump on him?
50 points.
Another bullshit random pointing system to make the Gryffindor win. Well, I guess we're going back to the Dursleys now.